So I had a patient just this past week come off of all white sugar, and that's admirable. But she wasn't losing any weight. So when I looked at her food journals for the very first time, I saw a lot of fruit. So what was happening? How much fruit is too much? And do we need to limit it, and why? I'm breaking it apart today. So hey there, this is Lindy Ford, registered dietitian, clinical and licensed nutritionist, and nutrition detective. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel and join our YouTube family, as well as hitting that bell, and you will be notified of new videos. And follow me on all the social media outlets, Lindy Ford Nutrition and Wellness. So stick with me to the end of this video, and I will tell you who needs to limit fruit and what I think is a healthy amount. Now, we have to start with this, guys. We have to understand that the sugar in fruit is primarily something called fructose. It is not glucose, it is fructose. And they are different, and they do different things in the body. Glucose is used very efficiently. About 80% of it gets transported to every cell of the body, and it gets used very quickly. Fructose, the cells cannot use it directly. Most of it goes right to the liver like a guided missile. Now, in the liver, it's stored as glycogen, but unfortunately, the liver gets enough. It's like, I have had enough, and the excess fructose goes right to fat storage, or to something we call fatty liver. So that puts a terrible strain on the liver. If you haven't watched my fatty liver videos, I'm going to link them below. Please watch them. So too much glucose can lead to fat storage too, but it takes a whole lot more. And fructose is more related to diabetes and obesity than glucose ever could be. So what is table sugar? So that's the white stuff, right? That's called sucrose, and that's the one we all love, or most of us love, like I do. It loves me, I love it, it doesn't love me back. That is 50% fructose and 50% glucose. Now, it's still a poison, but more deadly than white sugar is something called high fructose corn syrup, which has anywhere from 55 to 90% fructose, okay? So these sneak in so many ways. Why do they sneak into these foods? Because the high fructose corn syrup is cheaper than white sugar because of corn subsidies, just very cheap commodity that just gets put into all of our foods. Like some of these, like this one, and our Ritz crackers, and our Coca-Cola products and Pepsi products. All of our sodas, most of our sodas have high fructose corn syrup. And you know, something that you would never think of, that this is why you have to read the labels, my dear person. And that is like our good old Welch's grape jelly that is so all-American, that is so adulterated with high fructose corn syrup. Okay, now listen, fruit is not high fructose corn syrup. I realize that, but fruit is 100% fructose. Now, what fruit has? I like fruit. I think fruit has some wonderful redeeming qualities. It has phytonutrients in it, fiber and vitamins and minerals and polyphenols and all kinds of great things for you, in moderation. And some of you can have more of it than others, and I will tell you in just a minute who should limit it. Now, do not lump fruits and vegetables together. Never even say them in the same sentence together, because they're completely two different things. On my goal sheets every single week for my patients, and you can ask them, they will have a low glycemic veggie goal, because I want them to eat more. I just want them to fill their bodies up with these amazing health-giving foods. I limit most of my patients' fruit. Now, not all fruit is created equal. There are higher glycemic fruits, kind of like our tropical fruits, like pineapple and like bananas. they're not bad. They just raise your blood sugars a little bit more than your lower glycemic fruits. And that would be your berries, which I think are great, and your apples and your grapefruit. When it comes to fruit, the dose makes the poison. I want you to remember that. The dose makes the poison. Now, there are some people who really don't need to limit fruit. Most children don't need to limit fruit. People that are, long distance runners and athletes and people who really don't have a problem with insulin at all. But most of us, and that's including me, need to limit their fruit consumption. And that is, I'm going to give you a list here. Number one, people with insulin resistance. Now that usually is people that are a little bit older, like over 35, older, and we need to limit it. And I am one of them. I am an insulin person. The other group of people are people with fatty liver. A lot of you don't even know you have fatty liver. I'm going to link those fatty liver links below. Please watch those videos. They're going to be so helpful for you. Number three are people with weight issues. I fall into that one too. I will always have, even though I'm at a healthy weight, I will always have weight issues. And number four would be people with blood sugar problems like diabetics and pre-diabetics. So now if you fall into that category, here is a great rule of thumb. Limit your fruit consumption to really no more than one serving a day. That would be like 1 cup of berries or 1 apple and 1 pear, 1 grapefruit. Lower glycemic fruits, but really just 1. On special occasions, now I do this once in a while, you could have the higher glycemic fruits like a banana or maybe half a cup of pineapples or whatever the higher glycemic fruit is. I limit even my bananas. I really only never eat more than a half. So beautiful people, just remember that fruit is not a vegetable. It has 100% fructose in it, and it does have some great properties, but remember that the dose makes the poison. So you really need to limit your amount of fruit, or most of us do. Thank you so much for being here today. I will see you in the next video, and remember that every single one of you deserves to live your best life. Bye-bye.